Okay.
All right. So we're back this week to talk about Wandavision.
Fuck WandaVision.
What do you mean, fuck Wandavision?
I'm so angry with WandaVision.
Okay, I'm pretty pissed with it too.
That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was so dumb.
Spit all over the table.
Well, why'd you make such a fucking mess?
Okay, dude, come on. So, for those who don't know, Colton and I think every week, even some weeks, like at 1 a.m, you came over and you just watched it with me.
Yeah.
Because we were that excited for the show. We liked the show.
I did like the show. I loved the show.
Yeah, we loved it. We loved the show. And I guess, I don't know what we're really going to be... I don't know what we could really call this. It's not a review. It's not like... I guess it's a discussion, right?
As far as I can go with reviewing it is just... it was so good for like fucking...
I'd say
like
7, 8
8
episodes out of 9. It was
and
great.
they just fucked it up. I was so upset.
They fucked it up. I'm
So,
pissed off.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
We're
big
gonna
spoilers for WandaVision. I'd say go watch it, but
So, like, here's the deal. I feel bad for hating it because, like, the one huge reason why I hate it was because, like, all those fan theories got me really excited for what they could possibly do.
yeah,
But they didn't do anything remotely as cool as any of the fan theories. You know? Which is
Yeah.
normally they pull off something really fucking cool at least once. And, like, you get a really
Yeah.
cool villain or whatever. Like, Agatha Harkness, she's all right. Like, who
it
cares,
was
though?
really bad actually.
Who
in my opinion.
cares?
I thought she was
Yeah.
a terrible villain.
Yeah, not very good. Also, considering that she was only a villain for the last 2 episodes was, like, a little bit...
It was really dumb.
It was just kind of out of nowhere.
Well, she was a villain throughout the show, right? Like she killed the dog in
Yeah.
like episode 5, I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so she was doing evil shit all along because Agatha all along. I hate that song, by the way. I hated that.
I didn't really care for it.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like it's just very underwhelming.
So underwhelming. Like, I thought
Yeah.
we were going to get something cool, and also not, like... Agatha might have been a cool villain. I blame the writers, you know? I blame... Why the hell did... They could have done such cool shit with her, but she was just this fucking Disney...
She was a
little
Disney
villain.
evil witch.
Yeah, it was
The
so
fuck?
annoying. But, like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like, we started off really rude about the show.
Oh my god.
We liked it.
Yeah, we liked it. I think the first 3 episodes were like, okay, we can get behind this. And then it's weird because most of the complaints online are like they shouldn't have introduced Sword, and it should have just been the like TV sitcom throughout the whole thing. I completely disagree.
Yeah, no.
I think the Sword scenes are really interesting.
That's what picked up the pace.
yeah, that's what made
know?
you and I really start to like the show.
And then also they didn't really use that character that got the powers by going through the hex.
Oh, what's her name? Monica.
Monica. Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't use her at all. They used her
Yeah.
after she actually made it through and had those powers and became really interesting.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they just
She's bulletproof.
got rid of her. Yeah.
She's bulletproof, and they're just like, oh, she's bulletproof.
Yeah, who cares?
fuck?
Like, I want to see her kick some ass.
Yeah, they didn't really show
just
it.
a bullet goes through her. Get fucked.
Yeah,
That
it was
so
weird.
annoying. Like, and then like that little fight through the sky and everything. I've seen. It was so much better when there was the possibility of Doctor Strange coming in. You know, just
Well,
something
that's
that would
where-
have brought it back to the original MCU that we all love. You know.
Well, it's not necessarily like the original MCU. It's still a part of the same thing, right? But like, I see what you're saying. I think with the whole idea of Doctor Strange coming into the show, it definitely was a fan theory. But they're so stupid that they didn't do that. How could you not do that?
I know, like that's what I mean. Is that the
Really?
fan theories set it up for failure
Yeah,
because like there was so many cool ideas,
and it's also, in my personal opinion, with a show like WandaVision, I get why The Mandalorian's released weekly. I've never seen it, but I understand why it is. WandaVision should not have been released weekly. Just release it all at once.
I agree.
Like, why? Why would you, as a director and studio, decide to release this show weekly when you know there's going to be insane fan theories that, of course, are going to pick up momentum and make people like watch the show for the 8 weeks that they're going to do it? But what's the point of that when the finale is going to be disappointing compared to all the fan theories?
Seriously, that's the only reason why I disliked the ending was that there was so many cool opportunities for them to do so
they
many
did
different
none.
things. They
They
just
did
went
none.
straight with she wins.
Yeah. So for people who haven't seen it, like, what's WandaVision about? Like, how can we describe it?
Well, if you're watching this right now, you should know what WandaVision is about.
Yeah, but if you don't, like, who gives a shit? Like, how can we
It's
describe
just
what
this.
it is? Like,
It's Wanda is going through a lot, obviously, from the the
from
repercussions
Infinity
of
War
and
and her
Endgame.
parents dying.
Yeah.
And Vision dying. And then her
And
brother dying
Quicksilver
in Age of
dying.
Ultron.
Yeah, she's had a bad
history. Yeah,
But essentially she just goes absolutely mad and creates an alternate reality in her own little section of the world.
Yeah.
That is the life that she imagined having with Vision.
Right.
You know, like not particularly on a 60s sitcom, but you know, like she just wanted to make it the perfect sort of ideal.
Yeah.
And
she uses the sitcom I guess like format as an escape because it reminds her of her childhood.
Yeah, which is just like, it's good. It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And they made it work up until like episode 6, and then now it sort of got a little weirder, you know?
Yeah,
and I love the Modern Family episode. I thought that was a fun episode. Good.
Yeah.
But then they had to bring it back to like the real world. Mm-hmm. You know, they had to do that, which was I loved it because that's when it started to pick up, you know, when Darcy's in there and everything. That started to
Darcy
really
Lewis.
pick up.
Yeah.
And I was getting excited for something fucking crazy. But all it was just her and Agatha fight. She wins, goes into exile. Who cares?
Oh my God. It's like, even saying it like that, like, who's the fucking producer who read that and was like, are you... Yeah, this is great.
Kevin Feige.
I know, but Kevin Feige, he probably like had a say in it, obviously. And he's just like,
he does.
No, this is fantastic. Like, come on, man.
Like,
really?
The one thing that I thought they could have at least done was set up the multiverse a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Give
they
me
keep teasing.
something.
They're teasing at it a lot.
Yeah.
Like in Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man says to Mysterio, "You're saying there's a multiverse?" Like just shit like that.
Yeah.
And then in this, they pull Evan Peters from the X-Men Fox universe, but they make him some random fucking guy.
He was just an alternate character.
That's so bad.
What the fuck? At least, like, that's when I thought they were going to establish a multiverse. You know?
How could you not do that? That's why I'm so confused. What the fuck is the name Ralph Boner?
Ralph Boner.
Right? But it's not funny. It's just
fuck
dumb.
Ralph Boner.
No, literally, like Ralph. Like Monica looks at the fucking headshot because they pulled a Mandarin from Iron Man 3 where he's an aspiring actor. It's like, Ralph Boner? That's everyone's reaction because they know it's bad.
Yeah, it's a great porn name.
Yeah,
fair enough. Fantastic.
Fair enough.
No,
but,
so like here's the one
sense.
thing I will say about the final episode that I liked was that Vision has always had this element of in physical violence never needed to be the case, especially with because he's above everybody else. He's
strong.
He knows everything though. Like, he is a he's a computer. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like I remember watching some guy talking about Age of Ultron when it came out. Mm-hmm. And he said that his favorite scene, which I didn't realize that it probably is mine too, once he actually told me, told everybody why. It was probably the most, it was the best, it was so well written because of the fact that it was easy for audiences to follow. It wasn't it wasn't a pretentious conversation, but it was him just talking to Ultron before he offs him, you know?
Yeah, that's probably the best scene in the movie.
And
You're completely right.
They talk about, humans and, like the fact that, the robots can be superior. They can take over if they want to, they have the power to elevate humanity to a different, they can take it up to a different level, we can make everybody we can make the human race so much smarter, so much more valuable, right? And Vision was just like, you're probably right, but and they just went on for how long, for 5 minutes, not even, about how Vision thought he was right, but that's not how this works.
Yeah.
This is their planet, and they created both of us. You
know?
And it's like they're already a step above us,
Yeah, exactly.
And it got to a point where that was the same case with him talking to the White Vision.
White Vision, that was made by Sword, right?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily that they had to fight because he knew that he could come to an understanding with a computer.
Yeah.
Right? And he did, because they're both above the physical violence of it, Even though he had programming, there was a point where they could level with each other and talk about how they should actually be dealing with this.
Yeah, no, for sure.
As for him being Vision, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is he Vision?
So he disappears at the end of the show. He just flies away. He flies away. You don't see him again. So I assume I think he got Vision's memories, didn't he?
Yeah.
Remember when he touched his forehead? I think he got Vision's memories. And so
it turned yellow.
Yeah, so he's probably going to become Vision.
Yeah.
Which is okay, that's kind of lame.
Very lame. Just leave the character alone.
Yeah.
It was such a cool ending. It was the ultimate sacrifice, and especially for a robot. Obviously, he feels love and everything, but he also knows what needs to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was a great weight off. It was the same sort of. It wasn't quite the same impact as Tony, but it was the same reasoning.
At all. But exactly. It was the same reasoning completely different impact. And it's very interesting because both of those two characters started in the first MCU movie as Jarvis and Iron Man, right?
It's so great.
It's great character development that's kind of crushed, especially with Vision and WandaVision. It makes no sense. One thing I want to say about the final battle, I brought it up to you before we started recording, is that so the whole show takes place throughout the decades. We start in the 1950s and in the 2010s. The final battle only takes place in the 2010s with no cool elements happening from previous decades.
It takes place in the 2010s?
Well, or no, modern day, sorry.
Yeah,
modern day.
Now.
Modern day.
Yeah.
But anyways, 2023 or some shit. Anyways, it's really fucking weird to me that the only time there's elemental changes in the environment of that final battle is when she's opening the hex that's surrounding them. And I was saying, I thought it would have been fucking not only just cool, but pretty smart to have that final battle go through those decades where you have two characters flying around on screen in the sky for a good 20 minutes out of a 40-minute episode. Actually, 4 characters, because White Vision, Agatha, and then Wanda. That's 4 characters doing the same thing for about 20 minutes of the episode. That gets boring in like 2 minutes. What would have made it interesting is have them go through the decades.
Fighting in 1960, how would it really turn out? You know?
It would have been cool, though, like just a little glimpse. You know? I don't know. That's what I would have done.
There's so many things that they could have possibly done, but they just gave us the ending that any child could think of.
No child would think of that.
Because every child would want something fucking epic.
Right? It was some adult being like, no, we'll tone it down. And I don't know why. I don't know why they would go. Maybe they're saving it. Maybe they're saving something really fucking cool for Doctor Strange 2. Because by the end credit scene where you see her in that cabin, like just flicking around and looking at this book, right? She's obviously going to be the villain of Doctor Strange 2.
Interesting.
Well, you hear her kids, her dead, disappeared kids, right?
So are they real? Or is that just in her head?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me.
I don't understand that at all.
She must have created them because there were no kids in Westview until the Halloween episode. And there was a comment on that that said, why are there no children around here? Vision said that. And then the next episode, there's just fucking kids riddling throughout the street.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're fake.
I think they are. I think that was just in her head. Which is also like, I'm starting to think that them being involved in that last little bit there, I think you're probably right that she is going to become a villain. Just because of the fact that she doesn't necessarily consider that to be the end of it. She thinks that those kids are still an option. She thinks that that lifestyle is still an option. You know, to just do it again. You know, and I don't think she's going to do it again, but she's going to have like motives to like go against any of the people that tell her that that's not the way to go.
Yeah, she's going to be fighting back.
Exactly. And I think she's going to be a great villain.
Oh, yeah, but they should have set that up more.
Yes, for sure. They shouldn't have made her so fucking lovable.
No, and that's another really huge complaint I have. By the end of the show, these people who were trapped in this like alternate reality for God knows how long are just like staring at her as she walks out. I'm sorry, if I was trapped in an alternate reality by the fucking Scarlet Witch,
I would take the fuck off. I'd start running.
I would be running at her and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I wouldn't fuck with Wanda. After I came to and I saw her, I'd be like, Jesus fuck, I'd take off. As if I want anything to do with her. She could fucking explode my brains in 4 seconds. You know, it's like, no way.
But like, I don't understand why there was no consequence for her.
Yeah, well, I think that obviously that's why you're right that she will probably become a villain, because there's going to be consequences.
There has to be.
Yeah.
And maybe that's secretly what opened the multiverse with that hex. Who knows? But also,
maybe. But they should have given us a little bit of that.
Well, yeah, they definitely should have developed
Also, who the hell was that alien bitch at the end?
Oh, have you not seen Captain Marvel?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
she's
Skrull.
a Skrull?
Yeah, she's a Skrull from Captain Marvel.
So what happens there? Like,
so Captain Marvel, Nick Fury's in space at the moment with a bunch of this. Yeah, that's the end credit scene from Spider-Man 2. And he's in space with a bunch of the Skrulls because Nick Fury, you know how Nick Fury was in Spider-Man 2, right?
Yes.
That's a Skrull playing Nick Fury.
Oh, really?
It's not actually Nick Fury. So
what?
Nick Fury,
I saw the movie. I just didn't watch that.
Fair
I didn't
enough.
watch the end.
So we don't actually know how long Nick Fury's been in space. If he's been in space longer than after, I'd say, Infinity War, I would be so pissed off.
Which movie was it that they said on live television that Peter Parker is Spider-Man?
That's in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. So now, when next time we see Spider-Man, everyone's gonna know it's him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. Next time we see Spider-Man 2, next time we see Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, and there's gonna be 3 Spider-Man in it.
Yeah. Well, do we know that?
Oh my god! If they seriously, if they have Andrew fucking Garfield but not Tobey Maguire,
they saw both on set, right? And
yeah,
but now after watching WandaVision and hearing all those fan theories, and some of them were supposed to be confirmed, nothing was really debunked. You know, especially like the last 3 episodes were supposed to be an hour long. That's a lie.
That's a lie. It was so 30, 40, 48.
Yeah, so like, I really am I'm never going to trust these fan theories ever again. I thought that they would do something cool.
They didn't.
Because some of them said that they were confirmed and none of them were. Especially the time frame, especially the length of the episodes. Yeah. That was supposed to be confirmed and it was not, you know? Yeah. So like, call me naive, but I thought it was going to be really cool. I thought they were going to do some fun stuff.
And it sucks because the whole series is cool except for that finale.
Like the babies and everything in the 70s episode, that was so good.
Okay, what's your favorite episode of the whole show?
My favorite episode is easily the I can't say easily because now I'm trying to go through it.
Mine's Malcolm in the Middle. That's so good.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a great Malcolm. Like, that's just awesome. It's great Malcolm in the Middle. I'm
going to have to probably agree with you because I can't think of any of the episodes that really got me excited, you know? Like, that one got me excited. Actually, that definitely is my favorite episode because of how I realized exactly how powerful Wanda was. Yeah. When Vision started to leave the Hex and she got freaked out and just fucking made it that much bigger. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, that's sick. I was like, she's powerful, man. Don't fuck with her.
Also, there's a huge plot hole in the show that's never explained, and I don't think they're ever going to explain it. And I was telling it to you, Quicksilver, and how. So he's just a random resident of Westview. Mm-hmm. Why does he have super speed?
Yeah, where did he get the powers from?
Where did he get
Are you telling me that Wanda can just give the people in the Hex powers?
Yeah.
You fucking insane?
So why would you do that for one specific person, not other people?
Here's what I'm starting to think too.
Because if she wanted to make her own reality, sorry to interrupt, but if she wanted to make her own reality, and like, why wouldn't everyone just not have powers?
Yeah. Here's what I'm starting to think. Is that one, clearly he had powers, and I don't think the case is that Wanda gave them to him. Unless, well, in this case, we know that some people can get powers from the Hex because this chick walked right through it. Yeah. I keep forgetting her name.
Monica Rambeau.
She walked right through it and got powers, right? So clearly there's something there it's possible, you know, but also
it's possible.
The fact that his name is Ralph Boner, I'm starting to think that there's something about this character that's not just
it can't be.
I'm starting to think that why would his name be such a joke? Like, why would they do that?
It can't be. But like,
I think that that might be an explanation. That might have something to do with the multiverse there.
It has to.
It has to.
Absolutely.
They can't bring Evan Peters playing Quicksilver in an alternate universe just be a joke, and his name is Ralph Boner.
Joke. Like, that's not even a funny joke. That's just stupid.
I think it's funny.
Really?
If I was sitting there, if I was Kevin Feige sitting up behind my desk, I'd be like, they got so fucking confused. Like, I'd be sitting there like, that's hilarious.
I would just be pissed.
We used an entire character as a dick joke. But I think it's funny. But no, the idea is that I don't think he can possibly just be some fucking little...
he can't
random
be.
little character.
It can't be. It's Evan Peters. He's like one of the most recognizable X-Men right now.
Exactly. So no, that can't be the case.
It's like them bringing in... It's like if they made this show in the late 2000s and they brought Hugh Jackman in to do a boner joke. It just would be like, what the fuck?
That's funny. No, I remember... who was I with? I remember seeing the first... the Age of Ultron with some... It wasn't you, was it? No, I don't know, but I had no idea who Vision was because I don't read the comic books, right? Yeah. I had no idea who Vision was, but immediately I thought he was the most badass fucking character ever.
He's pretty fucking
As soon
cool.
as he just fucking hands Thor the hammer.
We need to
he's
go.
just like, let's get out of here. Oh, that was fucking awesome. And then
so
he was just
sick.
Especially because right before that, like 2 hours before that, they had an entire conversation about who was worthy, you know? And like, that's another thing. Do you think Cap was always worthy?
No.
Neither do I.
No.
I think that he became worthy a little later.
Yeah. I think because everyone's like, oh, he was worthy before he even got the powers. No.
I think that it moving the way it moved was obviously he had the potential, but he wasn't ready yet.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble. It's confirmed that he could move it. He just wanted to save Thor's ego. That is absolutely confirmed by Kevin Feige. But I promise you, that's garbage.
That's such shit.
That's garbage.
Oh my god.
And I promise, like, I'm telling you, there's no way that's real. Like, I'm sorry, I like you, Kevin Feige, but no, I don't think that's real at all.
That's ridiculous.
It's just stupid.
I think Age of Ultron is underrated, though.
I think it's probably like a 6.
A 6?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
I'd give it the 8.
You give Age of Ultron an 8?
I think it's just as good as the first one.
No way.
Yeah, because the first one was still relying on all that, like, those superhero, like, one-liners, and it was really stupid.
I guess. What would you give Infinity War and Endgame then? Like a 9 or 8?
I'd give Endgame the 8. I'd give Infinity War 8.5, getting up to a 9, but not quite a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Infinity War was just so much more satisfying than Endgame, you know?
I feel like it's tough for me. I like both equally. Because they're both, I've said this since they came out. I like them both just as much equally. Mm-hmm. Because Endgame it needed that 2 hours of character motivation in order to go back. And, you know, and a lot of people didn't want that. People just wanted, I guess, another Infinity War.
They wanted the big epic battle, right?
Yeah. But if we got another Infinity War, no one's going to watch Infinity War.
Exactly.
So you needed those 2 hours in order to get.
Well, they weren't worried about anybody watching Infinity War by that time. They already made a couple $2 billion. So
literally like 2-3 probably by the DVDs.
Well, but like from the box offices alone, I'm pretty sure Endgame is the highest grossing movie
of
all time.
Yeah. By 800,000.
That's it?
800,000 compared to the first Avatar.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I remember like seeing an interview with Chris Hemsworth, and he was like, "Mark my words, $2 billion." And I was like, "Buddy, you better crack $2 billion." I was like,
yeah,
that's
literally.
Not even, like, I would say, mark my words, $3 billion. Like, I would just go way up there.
Yeah,
because it made like what, 2.8,
2.9,
$2.9 billion.
Yeah,
that's fucking bonkers.
Fucked up, dude.
That's crazy. Like that's like, and what was it? Avatar before that?
Yeah.
And then
Titanic, yeah.
Yeah, holy James Cameron's a loaded fucking...
Seriously, dude, calm down. And he's making like 4 sequels.
Yeah. And
no one's going to see them.
The second one was supposed to be released last year, I'm pretty sure.
It was supposed to be released in 2016, then got pushed to 17, then 19, and now 2022.
I know that they've wrapped filming.
Yeah,
so
they're just filming.
Movie's done.
Ugh, they're just filming all of them back to back so they can release them.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably a good call.
Avatar 2 to 4 are being filmed back to back.
Isn't it 5? Aren't they doing 5?
Yeah, there's a 5th one too. Oh my god. This story better be fucking good.
That's what I was about to say. They better be fucking ready. They better have all the storylines good to go. You know, maybe not the screenplays, but they better have all
They better
of the
have
stories.
this shit good to go.
Yeah, like, it has to be ready.
Yeah.
Because what they're looking at right now is the same level as the Lord of the Rings. They're looking at something great,
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And that first movie isn't really...
It's not that with hot,
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, not even close.
I don't think it's nearly as good as the Lord of the Rings, like the third one. I said this on the show before.
Yeah, you told me
the
it's
third one is easily
incredible.
one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just never a fucking dull moment. I'm in that movie all the way. The Two Towers, to me, is fucking garbage. I don't like the
Really?
Two Towers. Yeah, I have the balls to say that to all those kids that love the Lord of the Rings. I watched all of them. Next week, we're going to have Isaiah on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? And him and I sat down and we watched the Lord of the Rings back to back.
The
extended cuts. So
God, dude, that's 11 hours. Like 11, 12 hours?
Yeah.
Some shit like that? Oh my God.
Because the first one's 3.5, second one's 3.5, the third one is 4.5.
Oh my God.
Just a lot of movie, right?
Yeah.
And, but the fourth one was the one I was dreading the third one was the one I was dreading the most, and it paid off every inch of the way, except for this one. I'm going to save that conversation to talk about Isaiah.
Save it with Isaiah.
But it's so great, okay?
Okay.
And now with I think that Avatar's better than the Two Towers. I really do.
Really?
Because at least there's a story that keeps me going, you know?
I haven't seen Avatar since I was like 11, so...
But I rewatched it. It didn't age very well. It looks like a video game.
Yeah, I've seen clips recently, and it's just like...
It's just a bit much, you know? Like, but that's what you're going to get. You know? That's what you were going to get with a movie like that.
That's what happens. But yeah, really quick back on WandaVision so we can wrap the episode up. Because we've got 3 minutes left. So out of a 10, I want to know what you would give WandaVision. Because for me, I think I before the last 2 episodes, I had it at an 8.
I think about the same, and now I have it probably sitting at, I'm gonna say 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7, 6. Depending on, I feel like WandaVision's score will be. It sucks because I don't want other properties to really reflect on what WandaVision is, but since it's the MCU, I feel like WandaVision's score is either going to go up or down depending on how Doctor Strange 2 plays out.
That's what I mean. If they're actually going to make me like this show, they better explain some of that shit that I don't understand at all. You know?
Well, it's not that you and I are so dumb we don't understand it. It's just that they actually didn't fucking explain it.
That's what I mean. Like,
and
they
it's
have
like,
to,
really?
They like made a conscious decision to leave loose ends.
White Vision leaving?
Like,
why?
that's just, obviously he's gonna be a big fucking deal.
Yeah, he's gonna be a big new character.
Yeah.
It's like, oh great.
Who cares? You know,
it's just lame.
Like, just
it's
leave,
just
that's what
lame.
I mean. Leave Vision alone. The one thing I'm happy they didn't do, which you expected to happen, was I'm happy they didn't kill Wanda.
Yeah,
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah,
I didn't want her to be gone. I'm happy with her as a villain, even. But
yeah,
I really love that character.
Those were my two theories there. Her either becoming a villain or them just killing her off. And
we obviously don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I really hope it's Doctor Strange 2 does not turn out to be a team-up movie. Because if that's what happens, I'll be even more disappointed.
Isn't Spider-Man supposed to be in it?
I don't think so. I think Doctor Strange is supposed to be in Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
So Wanda might die in Spider-Man, or in Doctor Strange 2. Because
I really hope they don't go that way.
I hope they don't either. Because I want to see her as a villain. I want to see her get her shit back together. You know, become part of the Avengers again. Yeah. But I don't fucking know. It's just, yeah, for me, WandaVision 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I'm happy with that, you know.
Yeah.
I think that we got to put a disclaimer up before this video.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no. Spoiler warning for WandaVision. 100%. Yeah.
But I think that's about it. We'll see you guys next week. We have Isaiah Moisen on the show. It's going to be such a fucking fun episode.
It's going to be a fun episode,
We're going to
man.
talk about Lord of the Rings. We're going to talk about a few movies that he's made.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are going to have fun.
Okay,
So, see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.